I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
That's Booby.
And Jelpy and Ghosty.
N.W.O. N.W.O. by the band Ministry.
This is for Alan. We have a $75 partner tier, which is actually now gone. Right now it's February 29th, and this was the last day, and it's 11:42. So there's only like moments left before that is gone from our channel.
Sadness. Sadness.
The option will still be there. It's going up to 125 for a song review. But Alan picked to do that. There's a couple of ways you can have songs reacted to. You can reach out to us on our different social media platforms, or you could bump into us at a show. Don't ask us at Walmart. Not that anybody has, but anyway, if you want to like work with a group of other people that like the same types of music as you jump on Patreon, and then you'll get the link to Discord, a secret little spot people are hanging out. And then in there you'll find other groups that are similar to your likes, and then you guys work together to get us to react to the songs that you choose. Or if you don't want to work with other people and just want to get right in there, right to the front of the line, then that's this option, our little fast pass option, or whatever you want to call it. So that is now at 125. But in the meantime, shout out to Alan.
And for timely topical political commentary, you can hit us up in Middle America with Vin and Sori. All right. This is Ministry N.W.O.
Have you heard this band before?
Yeah, we did a review on Ministry.
Okay.
We did a Ministry song. That's Azul Fair's favorite band. Hey,
oh, really?
I found it.
There you are.
There you are.
Okay, ready? And go.
Whoa. Right out the gate heavy. Let's go.
That's such an interesting style.
Yeah, this is industrial.
Okay, that's exactly how I would have categorized it. It actually sounded like you could picture like this metal sort of room. Actually, remember the stage that, was it Slipknot? Yeah, Slipknot had that metal stage.
Yeah.
And it kind of looked like you could picture this happening there. Like all the guys are working and then they're like, hey, let's put together a song. You could hear it sounded like it was a drill. Like, I don't know, it was very interesting. But then at the same time, it sounded underproduced where everything wasn't really super clear.
Yeah, I
but
think
it had a smooth sort of sound to it.
Yeah, I really like the style and like the way they opened it. It opened up mega heavy. You know, I thought it
just went right into it.
Yeah, he's cool. So I guess Trent Reznor, which is the March of the Pigs guy, is also industrial.
Oh, really?
That's the genre he's in.
Oh,
yeah.
interesting.
So I think those two are probably like the main, you know, basically like forefathers of the genre, or the best that ever did it or perfected it or whatever. But very interesting stuff. What the hell are they doing? Is that a vacuum?
Yeah, I don't know why they're vacuuming. Maybe it's an accident.
Yeah, they probably spilled our monk fruit or something. I don't want to get rid of the evidence. Who knows?
$13
Anyway,
worth of half a cup.
yeah, we continue. All the locals hide their tears. Well, that was Bush. That was Bush 1. Where that sample came from.
Oh, really?
This is between good and evil, right and wrong, and we're gonna have a new world order. I'm pretty sure he was saying that about the
I can't hear New World Order without going back to my roots.
invasion of Iraq.
New World Order. New World Order.
Well, yeah, I think New World Order is like across the board, even if you're not in the conspiracy community or whatever.
It's still like not a good.
Yeah, and most people look at New World Order and have sort of a
really why?
Just because of who's saying it, who promotes it. You know, it was the first Bush that was saying it, and all the politicians and they go to these places, you know, Bohemian Grove and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
So I don't think anybody who hears the term New World Order is necessarily
I don't understand why that watch tells you to breathe.
I have no idea. So, you know, N.W.O, most people think that's an...
Oh, N.W.O, okay, that's what that was.
New World Order, yeah.
I didn't know it. I thought it was some military term.
Yeah. Isn't that on the back of the dollar bill, too? New World Order?
It's I don't know. I remember like when all of a sudden my youth group and stuff, people were pointing it out like all on like these weird things. They were like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
The all-seeing eye on the back of the money and the stuff like that. It's like, yeah, wait.
Well, yeah, and that was a funny thing during the Hail Satan review that they were fighting so hard to get the 10 Commandments up, and then above the actual commandments was like this all-seeing eye thing. I was like, okay, whatever you say.
Sure.
Look, as far as like government, like I think it would be silly.
That's going to be going out on the regular channel, right? At some point.
Yes, we are posting.
We reviewed a documentary called Hail Satan. And so we are going to put that out. We reviewed it with, you know, some people. A Satanist and some people from our crew on Patreon. So
the clan.
So we will be we'll let you guys see that also because it's pretty interesting. But anyway, if it doesn't get blocked.
Yeah, I've got a very interesting idea for a shirt, but I'm not sure that people are going to want to wear it.
Really?
Yeah, I'll talk to you about it later. Ask me about it later. Okay. So with that,
you were talking about something. You were about to go political with it. You were like, I'm not.
Well, yeah, I think that's where he's going, which would be the first. That would be Desert Storm, because he quoted Bush.
Okay.
He quoted President Bush, so in the timeline that would be Desert Storm if he's talking about that. And I just think, look, is it outside of the realm of possibility that the richest, most financially successful people that have all this power, is it without reason that they have a group where they meet together and discuss how they're going to channel their capital and their power in a way that benefits them?
No, I don't think that's crazy.
Like, I don't think that's crazy. Like, obviously, you know, the Alex Jones stuff, they're making great gay frogs or whatever. That's one thing. But another thing, like here, is completely reasonable to believe that the elites kind of get together and then talk about what they're going to do in the world in such a way as to benefit themselves. I mean, we see it happening before our eyes with the DNC. You know, that guy went on TV a couple of days ago, and he said it's not the people's job to select the Democratic nominee.
Whose job is it?
The DNC, he said. And then he said, after we select whoever we select.
So they can be bought out?
Yeah, after we select who...
Mike Bloomberg!
Correct. After we select who we want, then you vote that's when your vote comes into play, he said. It's a very crazy moment. But, so, like, some of this stuff is, like, right in front of your face, like what they're trying to do to Bernie. It's obvious.
Oh, I know.
There's a New York Times article that came out where the superdelegates were basically saying, we're going to do everything we can to get this guy out of here. So, like, it's obvious. You know?
I don't understand how Bernie has so much fight to do it again when they did that to him the first time, and it looks like it's going to happen again.
Where it's tough.
Frustrating.
You gotta tip your hat to his tenacity.
Mm-hmm. For real. So, sometimes I don't understand. Okay, aside from, hearing Bush in it, like, what in the lyrics would tell you that it's even talking about, I guess because it says N.W.O. But, like, lyrically, I don't see this talking about politics.
Well, New World Order is almost an exclusively political idea.
Well, yeah, if it wasn't called that, though, but I guess, like, lyrically...
And secondly, at the end of the song, he quotes Bush. Mm-hmm. Which in my mind is an indicator that you should look at the stanzas that are sandwiched by the intro and the outro in that context.
Okay.
That's why I'm going there. Yep. So, like, all the locals hide their tears of regret, open fire because I love you to death. Which to me is talking about, that's what we always say when we're going to invade a place, is that, we're taking care of people and we're defending the defenseless, and there's a very good reason why we're going in there and killing all those people. It's our love for humanity. So open fire because I love you to death. It doesn't make any sense. The issue...
open fire.
Right.
I was seeing that differently in my head.
Which is so crazy to me because, like, Trump just talked about pulling out of Afghanistan, and, like, people are criticizing him. Somebody's like, I thought we didn't negotiate with terrorists. So it's like
I know.
Open fire because I love you to death. It's sort of that contradiction, right? Like, because if you did love the person, you wouldn't kill them. So obviously you're doing it for another reason, basically the idea. Sky high with a heartache of stone. You'll never see me because I'm always alone. I'm assuming that this is one of the soldiers that went in there and did all that stuff. But now he's home with a bunch of angst and horribleness because of what he's seen and done.
Oh.
And then the next line, how to love without a trace of dissent. I'll buy the torture because you pay for the rent. Tied high.
Is dissent like it's going, like, without it slightly leaving?
No, dissent is like you're disagreeing with the correct zeitgeist. You're dissenting. You have a dissenting opinion. Right? So you have so how to love without a trace of dissent, meaning anytime there's some sort of war.
Is it spelt differently? Like, when the plane is descending?
D-E-S-C-E-N-T would be dissent, as in the plane's going down. Dissent, D-I-S-S-E-N-T, is we are disagreeing with you.
Okay.
Right? And so, obviously in war, at the height of the Iraq War and all those invasions, if you said anything against the troops, that means you didn't love your country. Or if you dissented on us going into Afghanistan or us going into Iraq, that meant you didn't love your country. So, how to love without a trace of dissent. I'll buy the torture because you pay for the rent, which is the quid pro quo that happens between basically an enslaved citizenry and the state. Because it's basically like, okay, I'll endure the torture of whatever you're doing, but I'm dependent on
so
you.
I can be there.
Right?
Yeah.
You're dependent on the government. And so at that level, you have to basically embrace the torture that they're going to put you through. Otherwise, because 9 out of 10 of us don't have the capacity to actually foment a revolution. So I'm in love with this malicious intent. You've been taken, but you don't know it yet. What you will know must never live to be found, because it's the subject of the eyes of the drowned. That's a really good line. It's basically, are you going to wake up and see what's happening, what your government's doing? They've got malicious intent, but they're keeping things from you that justify the actions that they take. And so that's kind of where he's going. So I just think that, like, this is sort, in his mind, how we handled the Iraq War with the first Bush, I think to him was a harbinger that something was about to happen bad on a global scale because people are surrendering their minds and their rights to the state, which is always a bad thing because, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not sure, you know, like after 9/11 there is a Patriot Act. You've got the Edward Snowden kind of revelations of how big of a police state we were in.
Yeah.
And it's such a tough balance between the government is privy to information that we don't have, and complete and total transparency is completely counterproductive. Like, for example, the Zelensky call. I thought it was a mistake for Trump to publish the Zelensky call because now the other allies are going to say, well, shit, man, are you going to publish everything I say if one of these people accuses you of something? So I'm not getting on the phone with you, man.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think of that.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to,
Yeah,
you know, maybe we meet at some undisclosed location, but I'm not, you know, so, but, you know, we were in the middle of all that silliness, so, yeah. So, yeah, I thought it was a good song, and it's a scary reality, you know, like, you hear people talk about, oh, taking away your guns is the first step, there's all this paranoia, and I don't really think that that's the issue, because there's a black market supply for guns. You know, I think the bigger issue as far as what to me indicates the N.W.O. is kind of what happened in the last election with Bernie and what's happening right now with Bernie, where they put it in your face that they're saying, we determine this stuff, not you guys. Yeah. That to me is like the essence of the N.W.O. and it's just a matter of time till something else crazy happens, you know, with these people as far as their initiative. So, really, really, really good stuff. And you know, any society where you're not allowed to dissent, given a dissenting opinion, you're in trouble. Yep.
A society or a religion.
Yeah.
You know, really anything that.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I just love the industrial style, man. I think I like it. I'll have to hear a couple more before I became an industrial fan. What do you give this song?
8.2.
8.8. I thought it was good. I thought it was good. It's special stuff. 8.8. Good song. Vin out.
Sorry out.
Gone.